Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the New York Giants and the Kansas City Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down the kickoff. It should be a happy career, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, for these Kansas City Chiefs, they, of course, were Super Bowl champions 3 years ago. The win over the Niners in Miami. They fell to the Bucs in Tampa a couple years back. They had the blown lead in the AFC title game against Cincinnati last year. And now they're back, making their third trip to the big game in 4 years.
And their recent history only increases the urgency to try and win another Super Bowl title with this group.
Meanwhile, what a turnaround for the Giants. They finished with losing seasons 8 of the last 9 years, including, you remember, 4-13 last year. But now here they are, champions of the NFC, looking for their 5th ever Super Bowl title.
And making it even more prestigious, they have not won a playoff game in a decade. In fact, their last playoff win was Super Bowl 46 back in 2012.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Throwing to start the drive, Henderson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Henderson. Flush to his right. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
Still first down.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Henderson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. So from 2nd and long, now we get a 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, I love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake. Henderson. Got a man on the right sideline. It's James. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
You can't help but continue to marvel at how well this man's career has gone so far. Now in his 5th season as KC starter, he's never missed a conference title game, and he's taking the field in his 3rd Super Bowl. Simply dominant, it's easy to envision him being one of the top quarterbacks for many years to come.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Mahomes. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call.
Previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things, but even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Henderson. Throw left side complete. That's James. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Henderson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught.
And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
back to throw again. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's taken in by Henderson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henderson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a first and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a give up the middle. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are on the board here in the Super Bowl.
They go high formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. That time a 9-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley, a beautiful fake. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cannon.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 14-7 is the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Barkley, inside handoff, able to slither by. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Let's go right here. Let's go.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Henderson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second down, here's Barkley again. Oh, he shifts past him. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They complete it to Hill. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes to throw once more. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. And again, it's Mahomes. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Nice job there utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. He completes it to Beckham. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Odell Beckham, 36 yards. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They begin with a run by Barkley.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Barkley.
89 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Cannon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. It's really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hand.
On 1st and 10, Henderson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
On second down, here's Barkley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Henderson. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to go. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on it, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, man. Putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 41, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they're going to get this down near the 45-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Henderson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Giants. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are. 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. But the Chiefs are ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up second and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he spots Henderson open left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Mahomes now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Henderson.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Now it's Mahomes again. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 32.
Well, if they're after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll 116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cannon. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Henderson. He finds his man, complete. That's Cannon. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll go option to the short side, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. He'll going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit out and back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And this one is right through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Henderson. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Henderson.
eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
The Chiefs' 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. Henderson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Henderson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
To throw on second down, Henderson. Yeah, the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They're looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw. Henderson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Giants are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, certainly just the football. Keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Now he's forced out right. And going deep for Hill. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Throwing to start the drive. Henderson flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the incompletion there stopped. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes it...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on 1st down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. With a gain of 5, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A handoff to Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Saquon Barkley fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. On second down, they'll run it here. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.